Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. We are back here in the mead hall of Ozerly, where we are to bring a note that we found that indicates that there is a nasty plot going around. Let's find out what it is.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
How goes your hunt, Pineleaf? You found another note? Let's have a look at it. Ha! These brutes think to murder my wife within my very home? These half-orcs were careless indeed to be carrying these orders upon their persons. Well, we shall take advantage of this, to be sure. Yeah, it is rather curious that they're carrying it around, and conveniently readable, too.
Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
These oafs dare to consider the murder of my wife, and in my own home, so less. Well, we shall just have to make them rue their impudence. Speak with Dudsig. He shall give you the key to my home. Go to Lufa and stay with her. When the villains come to perform their heinous act, you shall dispatch them. Nay, do not look at me so. Lufa is the daughter um, Ye- of Yising and granddaughter of Yisil, Thane of Garsfeld. My marriage to her sealed the alliance between our house. How do you think it would look if I were to let her perish at the hands of ruffians? Nay, I doubt not your talents, my friend. All right, then we shall go and take care of her. Fine. Now, I know occasionally you can get overgrowth in pads and the like, but I think that is a little bit ridiculous. Really. I mean, alright, that I could understand a little bit, but really? You could almost have an entire forest in there. Hello there, Dude Seek. I was asked to collect the key to Ordlak's house so I could protect his wife.
Our mission is dire.
Indeed, I do have the key, and here it is. It's a brilliant plan, I think, that my Thane has considered. How best to deal with this situation than to have you confront the villains in his own home, where you may better protect the lady? Thane Ordlak's home is just up the road leading to the meat hall. If you have not already taken note of it, all right, I will see if I can find it in all of this. Well, I suppose this looks like a Thane's home if I've ever seen one. But does it come with its own ancient Gondorian tower, I wonder? Hello there, I've been asked to help protect you.
I hope we will find aid in time.
And exactly who are you? Ah, yes, my husband sent you. Is he afraid of his trophy might be lost? She is a bit on the cynical side. Oh, yeah, please don't mind my words. They are born of sorrow. I should be glad to have some company. All right.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the horse lords have need of aid.
I guess you wonder why I grieve so. I am recently wed to Thane Ordok, but here I have not found any love. Alas, I must call his home mine, yet I do not recall that he has ever come to this house since we were married. Truly, even did I show his love to me, I do not think I would be consoled, for my heart does not care for him as it should. Interesting. Oh, would you bring me a cup of wine from the table? If you're willing to hear my tale, then I shall need the refreshment to soothe my thirst. All right then. Hmm, interesting. Definitely not a very good marriage. Here you go.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Thank you. You've shown me a kindness. If you wish to know why I grieve so as the wife of such a young and handsome thane, it is because my heart belongs to another. I am only wed to Ordlac because my father desired an alliance with Oserley. I do not think my father would have promised me the Ordlac if he knew the lonely life that I would leave here. But it's done now. It's done. Orlok visited Garthfield often in the past, ingratiating himself with my father. One day, not long before the orcs began to openly roaming the mark, he came professing his love. My father Gizzy believed that Orlok was sincere and saw that he knew an opportunity. What my father did not understand is the heart already belonged to Torfith. I begged father not to require me to wed her, but it was to no avail. Alas, since I came to this faith, Orlok has put me aside and seeming indifferent. How can I learn to love a man that has rent my heart from the breast left and right? The worst part is that Torfeld believes that our marriage to Orlok willingly. There have been moments when I felt that I would rather die than continue this miserable life. Now, I, of course, only caught half the story there because she spoke so quickly. So, how about you slow down and let me understand everything? Very well. Orlok visited Garsfeld often in the past, ingratiating himself with my grandfather, Yisiv. One day, not long before the orcs began to openly roaming on the mark, he came professing his love for me and asked for my hand in marriage. My father, Yisling, believed that Orlok was sincere and saw in our union the opportunity for an alliance against the orcs. He granted Orlok my hand. Now, I do wonder how much do the Thanes of Rohan need for an alliance against orcs? I mean, they're mutual enemies with each other, and they're in the same kingdom. So, it I mean, I could see mutual allies against something else, but against orcs just doesn't sound right. What my father did not understand was that my heart was already belonged to Dordfirth, son of Thane Tordag of Torsbury. I begged father not to require me to wed Ordlac, but it was to no avail. He told me that I was young and that I would learn to love the Thane as he loved me. Alas, since I came to this place, Ordlac has put me aside with seeming indifference, like a trophy on the wall. I do not recall him ever visiting this home that is supposed to be ours. How can I learn to love a man who has rent my heart from my breast and left me a lonely and hollow shell of a woman? The worst part is that Tortford believes that I married Ordlac willingly. When he learned of our marriage, he was angered, believing that I had betrayed him. There have been moments when I felt that I would rather die than continue this miserable life. That's awful.
The Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
Now do you understand why I grieve? I will abide by my father's wishes, for I love him and will not be disobedient, even for my own sake. But I begin to feel like I will become old from sorrow and loneliness before my time. I do have one request to ask of you, though. If you continue to Torsbury, as you say that you must, would you bring this, my favor, to Torsfirth? He thinks me unfaithful, and I wish him to know that my heart still belongs to him, even though we may never fulfill our heart's desire. I will bring it to him then.
The minions of Orthonk are growing stronger in these lands.
Do you think it true that the enemy shall attempt to take my life tonight? It would be good to know that you will remain with me then. Will you stay and guard the door? I'll guard the door. I'm just hoping you're willing to let me guard you. That's all I gotta say about that. Will you check the doors and windows after I retire? Perhaps, if they are secured, you will have no need to risk your life on my behalf.
Brigands out of the Stone Deans plot to murder Lady Lufa, the young wife of Thane Ordlach of Osserley. The Thane has devised a plan of his own that appears to heartlessly use his wife as bait for the trap.
Oh! It might be a good idea if I go into the right battle mode first. I shouldn't have been securing the windows. I should have first made sure I knew what was going on. There you go. Well, that's all they sent? What happened? Did the brigands indeed try to kill me? Well, they tried to kill me at least. I would presume their purpose was to kill you. Well, let us see what it says here. Well. There's a dagger here. Apparently poisoned.
Time is short, and so is hope.
I am unharmed. Is that all of them? Are there any hiding in the shadows? Well, that I suppose we'll need to check. You're all right then?
The Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
I can't thank you enough, Pineleaf. Had you not come, I would most certainly have perished.
Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to dispel them at all cost.
I can't thank you enough. If you had not come, I would have perished. Perhaps I've misjudged Ordlach. I did not think him capable of caring for anyone other than himself, and even less capable of truly loving someone, including himself. But perhaps I was wrong. Nah, he just saved you to protect his reputation. Why would he send someone so bold and valiant to protect me if he did not have some spark of compassion with him? Yeah, compassion for his alliance that he formed. I do not, and do not believe that I ever will, love him. But perhaps there is hope that my grief and loneliness may be lessened in the days to come. Return now to Dusig, and let him know that you have done your duty. The brigands are vanquished, and I'm safe. He'll want to see the dagger as well, I think. Yes, I guess he would. Now, I just hope that they don't send another set. Hello there, I dispatched the brigands, and the Thane's wife is safe and sound.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Oh! You startled me! I thought I'd seen a spirit for a moment. Yes. Oh, the brigands have been put down and Lady Lutha is safe? That is well, for if she had perished, we would likely have been war with Garsfeld. Now, let us see that dagger. Likely had war with Garsfeld. Yeah, that's the only reason he saved her, and it looks like Dudsig is not completely sincere here.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
The poison upon the blade of this dagger is secreted by the slugs that dwell in the marshes to the east. It's quite deadly and must be collected with great care. Perhaps that is where the leader of these brigands skulk? If so, he should be dealt with. Preparing if you're able to dispatch them, his followers will return to the Stone Deans and leave us in peace. Alright, fine. I will find this leader and defeat him. And though I have a feeling that he may be wanting the brigand leader to defeat me, but that's another matter. Well, while I'm here dispatching the leader, perhaps I should also deal with those slugs so that no one goes around making more of this poison. See what we've got around here. Well, 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 well. Looks like we also have some nasty birds here. And those look like the type that Saruman uses to spread over his nasty, nasty messages and spying and all that stuff. So let's get rid of those. But maddened marsh crows have crossed the Entwash from the woad fen. All right. Well, oh, look at that. That looks like the leader. I better go and confront him. I have a little something to eat first. I'm gonna give him a little what for first, even though that way I can find out whether this is really the leader. I have been waiting for you, friend of the Forgoy. Alright, he's been waiting for me. And friend of the Forgoy. That makes him more Dunlanding than anything else. That's a Dunlanding word. And a not nice word for the Horse Lords. But, well then. That's what you get for that. Now, I thought I saw a slug up here somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there it is. Look at that. A slug. Now, these things are nasty, and if they're secreting some sort of poison, I want to make sure that I don't get myself poisoned from it. But I do wonder about him waiting for me. This means that he was expecting me. And I think I only need one guess to know who it was that informed him of my possible coming. Yeah, Dudsig is most definitely behind all of this. There's absolutely no question of that whatsoever. Assuming, of course, we are neglecting those above him, such as Saruman. Good news, sir. I have dispatched the leader of the brigands.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
So you survived the marshes. With all the poisonous slugs, I was not sure one unaccustomed to these lands would have come out alive. I must congratulate you. You're welcome.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
The Thane will want to thank you for your services himself, I'm sure. He awaits you in the mead hall. Do not keep him waiting long, for his summons arrived before you did. Well, otherwise you wouldn't be telling me right now, and I would have heard it directly, right? Very, very well. I will head to the mead hall, because the threat seems to be ended. Sorry about that. Your wife should be safe from now on.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Welcome back, my friend. I must thank you for saving my dear wife and putting an end to the brigand threat. Dear wife? He hasn't been treating her so. Your efforts were unexpectedly valiant and deserving of this reward. A ring. Knowing him, it's probably something nasty like the One Ring or whatever.
Greetings! If you have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
And my muster is complete. I have not a large force, but my garrison is prepared to march to Stoke's defense. I suggest that you make for Torsbury at once. They're likely to be in more dire straits than Osserley. I would take as straight a route as you may, for you will not want to come there too late. I shall send Dudsig with a handful of my finest warriors to assist in Torsbury. while I myself lead the remainder of my garrison to Stoke. May fortune go with you, Pineleaf. Very well. I shall do so. What's this? When you come to Torresray, you should deliver Lufa's favor to Torforth. Well, yes, I suppose I could do that also. I suppose that my business here in Osrilee is done, so that means it's time for us to head out. And perhaps we'll go with Bingo and Aelwolf, which is what we'll do in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.